Good evening, dread subs, dread doms, ghouls, goblins, horny teenagers, and the monsters who stalk them. And welcome to yet another spine-tingling, jeans-bursting, blood-curdling chapter of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. My name is Philip, and I am the Dread Master, and I today can say that I am surrounded. Liquid U, is that correct, Lauren? Is it surrounded?
No. Steer.
I am surrounded by just some of the most wonderful players you'll ever encounter.
That is accurate.
Good evening, players.
Good
evening,
players.
I'm so happy to have you all here tonight. We had a big group a couple weeks ago as we started our new adventure in Paradise. Then we had a much smaller group as we focused on Mr. Johnny Voltage, a young rock god in the making. And now we're all here together. And I'm very excited to see what horrible things are wrought from our collective minds on this evening.
Deplorable minds.
It'll be bad.
Yeah.
Dreadful.
Dreadful things.
Y'all,
Dreadful.
You think we're bad on stream, you should see what happens when we get together in public.
Yeah, oh.
No comment.
I
plead the fifth.
Let me phrase it like this. If a few weeks ago, do you guys remember when they had the non-Euclidean orgy? My understanding from what I've just heard about them talking about what happened at LOJ is that the only word I would remove is non-Euclidean. Okay. My friends, let's talk a little about what's going on in this game. Our dread clock is currently sitting at a sweet 11.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
I'm sure that won't lead to anything.
You're gonna storm it up for me, aren't you?
You gotta lick her. You gotta lick her. You gotta do the cuddle. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Get that cuddlingus on that clock.
That felt really intimate.
Blockalingus?
Clockaling.
Clockalingus.
Lick that clock, baby.
We are 20 seconds into this, and I'm already.
I'm a real clock sucker. Okay. The point is, the point, my friends, is that
welcome to the show, folks.
Just trying to not go to the obvious points about with the storm coming in, the moisture point factor rising. Anywho, in our previous chapters of this game, once we returned to Paradise, we met Shelley Silverstein and Minnie Olson, two students who were ready to kind of have a little bit of drinking and party fun, even though neither of them approved of hooking up before marriage, on the shores of Sleepy Lake, when suddenly Zeke Thomas, a student who Minnie remembered even though they never actually met necessarily, but kind of Zeke was known in the local lore and was said to have died because she was with a friend who basically got a rich older boyfriend, and then they were both murdered. She sort of spotted her, and then Zeke was there with both S.A. Rawlings and a gentleman named Johannes, who those guys seemed a little older, but basically as soon as they arrived, a bunch of skeletons appeared as a horror surge took place, just straight up right there to make my heart full. And everyone was chased away. Those four wound up kind of running together, Rawlings, Zeke, Minnie, and Shelley. They ran through the woods. They eventually reached Sulk House, a former home for wayward children. They decided not to go in, but to try to trick the skeletons into thinking something was in there. And then horror surged again. And the ghosts of those children started doing some upsetting things. They made a run for it. Shelley's white cotton panties were blinding in the moonlight as she ran with her skirt in hand because she was trying to hide behind it earlier. And eventually they managed to my surprise, no one died. A lot of power was expended, but nobody died. They made it out of the woods, panting on the woods. Shelley probably putting her skirt back on at that point.
Panting on whose wood?
Panting outside of the forested area that they ran through.
Sorry.
Okay, some people would and some people wouldn't, but you know.
The well-trimmed patch that they were moving out of. As they got to the road, they were met. Oh, also, Minnie was kind of like Mr. This Rawlings, this kind of man and his 30-year-old man. Like, how are you leaving us to die? And he basically gave her the thing of, like, chivalry gets you killed, just run and survive no matter what. And Zeke was probably like, yeah. At this point, however, Johannes showed up. Having heard references to him being too old, he made himself look younger and is kind of in a real, hey, fellow teenagers, let's go make the most of being young and alive. And Johannes, Rawlings, Minnie, Shelley, Zeke all began to walk back towards town. Meanwhile, a gentleman by the name of Johnny Voltage was also at that shindig at the lake. He was sitting with his back to the lake perilously on a real rickety stump, playing his Radiocaster guitar named Elvira. And it's Chuck Berry red. That's really important for devotees of Jim Steinman songs. Don't worry about it. The blood of the guitar was Chuck Berry red. The point is, as he was playing this guitar, those skeletons attacked. He fell into the water, but managed to hit a skeleton with his hard body guitar, his solid body, and keep it out of the water. He then carried it like a soldier through the marshes and got out elsewhere, went running, eventually found himself in a graveyard where a very unhinged gentleman was talking about how things had changed and he needed to make his music again for it was gone. It is there that Johnny Voltage met the Stone Man. Johnny Voltage was taken in by the Stone Man. Johnny Voltage played him a song to show off his goods because he had a guitar, a song called Love-O-Mania. The Stone Man was impressed, but made it very clear to Johnny, he's the writer. Johnny, you're just the singer and guitarist. You were then taken to a music studio, one that we had visited before in the memory of one Wendy Raven. The Stone Man multiple times referenced missing Wendy Raven and wishing and not sure who's going to sing her parts in this because they have to re-record the whole album. The people, technicians there were very afraid to participate, and with good reason, because they either went crazy or wound up dead. But Johnny Voltage went into that studio, and he played the hell out of a song called I'm Just Dying to Get In. And upon doing so, he realized... he also realized you have to have 20s. You have to hit a 20 for everything. That's the Stone Man standards. He had like an 18 and was like, phew. And Stone Man's like, that's not good enough. Put some real meaning into it, man. Come on. I gotta make sure you know it. I gotta love the Stone Man. So excited to do his voice so much. Anyway, Johnny then pushed harder and realized that there was a woman that he loved. There was a woman he adored. And right now, her body was up against him and his hands were all over her neck and he was making her squeal. And her name is Elvira and she is his guitar. And when he finished playing that guitar solo, the guitar spoke in the squealing, sweet scream through those electric pickups, and what she said was, "Oh, Johnny." And the Stone Man said, the A&R man is dead, so I gotta get some more techs in here. But I'm gonna have to get you back in here to play. And Johnny said, boss, nothing on earth could keep me coming back, because Elvira said, Johnny, I want you to play me like that again. And the Stone Man, in total joy, said, it's finally morning in paradise. So that's where we left off. The Ballad of Johnny Voltage.
What a normal plot.
It is a normal plot. So, with all that in mind, my dear friends, I am now going to read, and this is another key one, and I love it. I've been sort of spacing these out, but I've got to bring these in now. I'm now going to read you the invocation for chapter 159 of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. You've been living your life like a girl in a cage, and you whisper when I want you to shout. And I wonder why you want to go on sleeping when there's nothing left to dream about. But you better remember, if it's something I want, then it's something I need. I wasn't built for comfort, I was built for speed. If it's something I want, then it's something I need. I wasn't built for comfort. I was built for speed. Should we just listen to that album real quick? It's like 43 minutes. Should we just do it?
I've listened to the album like multiple times in the last year.
I love it so much. Well, anyway. Here's what I need. I need Fable. I need Jeremy. And then I need one representative from the other 4 of you. Choose now.
Not me.
Zane, wonderful. I need Zane, Fable, and Jeremy to roll a d13. Fable, you can just roll a d20 until you roll 13 or under, or I can roll for you, your choice.
We're going to use the cute pastel dye.
Oh, perfect, yes. Very on theme for this vibe.
So cute.
9?
Very on theme.
Zane, what do you
8.
have? 8? 6. Great. Johnny Voltage, we start with you. You have Elvira in your hands. You are walking out of the recording studio in the dead of night. You've never felt more alive, Johnny Voltage. You have an opportunity to do something real, and every time you plug into that guitar, you know that something magical is going to happen. Though you're tired, Johnny Voltage. How much power do you even have left right now, my friend?
7.
7? Oh, okay. You're actually not that bad off. Oh, you got a lot back because you managed to eventually get some.
Yeah, I'd be at like 3 right now.
So, as you're walking out of that studio, you have a real sense, Johnny, that you couldn't sleep right now if you tried.
Probably just gonna fucking like high on adrenaline right now. I'm gonna just fucking like jog or like sprint into the woods or something.
I love this. Okay, tell you what, let's do an exertion roll as you just start running with your hands on your girl.
No.
You roll 13?
Motherfucker.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, you're off to a great start today,
So
Daddy.
Jeremy,
Hey, as long as this horror surge happens
so
when...
Jeremy, here's the thing about the 13. If you roll a 13, 1, you could spend a power to re-roll it.
Uh-huh.
Of your precious dwindling power. I'd love that. Or we can just accept it and I'll move us up to 12. So are we going to accept it or are you going to re-roll?
I'm gonna accept it.
Cool, roll a d13.
Loving it.
Oh wait.
Wouldn't it be sad if Johnny Voltage just got deaded right now?
Deaded.
5.
Deaded.
A 5. Okay, cool. With a 5, Mr. Johnny. That was your exertion roll?
Yeah.
Okay. A 13, you've got some energy, you've got some juice. You think you would run away from town. You would kind of go to the woods. That's what you think would happen.
No, if I'm in town right now, I'd run into town.
You're in that darkness on the edge of town reference.
Of course I am.
So you'd go further into town.
Yeah.
Great. Then you begin running. And you can feel your arms and legs pumping, and the exertion feels good. You know, it feels good to get the sort of the lactic acids moving, and Dan could explain this better than I. The point is,
The juice for flowing is the technical term.
Oh, that's the okay, perfect.
Oh yeah.
The trainer
Oh, yeah.
term. You're getting nice and juicy. The point is, Johnny Voltage, as you run, you experience a strange kind of like exhilaration. Music, what you've always dreamt of. It's going to save you. It's going to make you something amazing. And as you run, you begin to hear music. It's not your music. It's not hard rock, but you can hear guitars playing. Why don't you do a hearing roll? Let's see if you can determine whence it comes.
What does effective mean again?
It's usually pretty obvious.
Effective means if you roll a 12 or higher, you will know. In this case, you've already heard something, but you'll get a little extra info even if you don't succeed.
14.
14. Hey, didn't hit a 13. There you go. You look around and you realize that one thing that has been happening, and all of you have experienced this with the exception of Rawlings and Zeke. You know, it's funny, you've lived in this town your whole life, but as you walk through it, occasionally you'll be like, oh, I didn't remember that building there. Oh, that's a new store. It seems like the town's going to change. So Johnny, somebody must have put it in, or maybe this is just like a side street you haven't been on. But you notice that there is a coffee house. A coffee house that you don't think you've ever seen before. It's called All A Buzz. And music is coming from this coffee house. It's not your music, but it's also not music you don't hate. This is the place. Oh, no, Johnny Voltage, I take it back. Give me this is not rock and roll, so just give me a culture. Give me an analysis culture. So you get 1 bonus on this because of your knowledge of general music culture. You won't get your full rock and roll bonus, but
7.
A 7. That's with the reroll.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you do have 1 free reroll.
A 12.
A 12. With a 12, you have a sense that this is where you're not exactly sure what they're called, but there's like some of the people in town, a few from high school, a lot from the college. They have a different vibe. They wear a lot of black. Some of them have berets. They sometimes do music, but sometimes it's poetry. There's an awful lot of snapping. But the point is, they're musicians. Songs happen there.
I'll go in.
Perfect. Johnny Voltage, you walk in. On stage, there is a young man who is, I cannot just extemporaneously do that, but he's probably using words like starving, hysterical, and naked. Let's see if that rings a bell to anybody. No, it's fine. The point is, there's a guy on stage and he is doing some real beat poetry. He is doing some of that kind of like, and somebody is maybe playing an upright bass next to him. Let's just lean into it.
Is it Allen Ginsberg on the stage? Is that what we're doing?
No, and those are kinds of words he would be using. He's not this is not Howl being performed because Allen Ginsberg doesn't exist in this universe. But if one had been inspired by such things, that's the vibe. Is he saying, I watch as the city falls in the night and wonder why can't I join the fight for right, but everyone here is too uptight.
Oh hell yeah! Take it away, my man.
What's the one? Little kitten, wet kitten nose pressed against the pet shop window. There is no cat food for you here today, only death. Little snake nostrils pressed against the pet shop window. There are no mice here for you today, only death. That's the vibe. So basically you walked in as soon as and then there was just somebody's like on an upright bass playing, but you see a lot of people have guitars and are sort of occasionally maybe doing some folk music type situations. However, one person who we'll just say you literally bump into as you kind of stumble in is Felicity Flick Monroe, who frequents this kind of establishment. It's a cool scene, Daddy-O. Would you like to describe Flick for us, Fable?
Yeah, so she is tall and lanky, kind of boyish figure. Has a short brown bob that she's got in her little beret, wearing a black turtleneck, wearing cigarette pants with some like beat up loafers. She's got a cigarette in one hand. She's got like a pencil tucked behind her ear. She has freckles that go across the bridge of her nose. Obviously, like also wearing like bright red lipstick. Hello, sir. Yeah, and so she like bumps. I guess she bumps into you, and she, well, Johnny Voltage is left.
Johnny Voltage, we'll do a moment. Let's get into Flick's mindset here and let you make a couple rolls in the system.
No problem.
What do you think Flick is thinking of the current poetry being delivered? What is Flick's take on the poems that are currently up there?
Well, I would love to be able to pull up my character sheet, but Haku is currently hitting my hand away from the mouse. Get out of here, man.
Wait, is that a cat?
It's my cat.
A cat is going after the mouse. Hey, guys.
I know. He gets upset when I don't give him attention after 5 p.m.
Wow.
I mean, same, but yeah.
Oh, needy.
Wait, hey, is your cat my ex-wife? Hey.
Okay, so I feel like Flick is she's basically like, she's in her element right now. She also has like, she's got a cup of coffee in her hand most of the time that you see her. So she is a little like juiced up, very excited to be there, like doing the snaps, but also like was running to grab a refill of her drip coffee that she had.
Okay.
So wasn't fully paying attention because, like, I don't know, poems about your cat, like, come on, man. Like, we're here to really, like, challenge authority and, like, challenge, like, the status quo. Nobody wants to fucking hear about your cat.
I'll tell you what, in that case, I want you to give me, let's simply do this as a hearing roll. So you're just going to roll a d20. We're just going to see how much of what this person was saying you even heard.
Okay.
How many of the words in the cadence?
17.
17. You heard every word and judge it wanting, even distracted.
Okay. Alright. Am I good to fully bump into this Johnny Voltage?
So basically it's like maybe you were like hearing that while getting your coffee, you turn and you bump into Johnny Voltage. This rocker in like he's got like a vest. Oh, is it a leather vest?
Yeah.
He's got like a leather vest on over a t-shirt and then jeans, and he's got a bright red electric guitar in hand.
Like long, scraggly black hair.
Okay, so she like bumps into him and she's like, "Whoa, Daddy-O, watch the juice." And she like looks him up and down and she's like, "You don't seem like you're in the right place. What can I do for you?"
Sorry about that. I was a little juiced up myself.
Ooh.
Johnny, nice to meet you.
Flick, nice to meet you. Have you ever been to this cafe before?
No, I don't think I've ever even seen it before. What is this place?
Oh, man. This is the Cat's Meow. This is where we all come to speak our minds, really, unmask ourselves and really be like who we truly are, man? Like,
yeah.
I feel like so much of like, the people in this town are just like white picket fences and, like just suburban life. And like, this is really the only place that I've found that like we can really be like, not conform to that like typical American life,
Oh, you're speaking my language.
Flick, I have a question.
Yeah.
And I'm pointing out it's a non-judgment thing. It's just, I need to understand for the visual of this.
Okay.
While talking to Johnny Voltage, do you ever like touch his arm? Are you ever like vibing with him at all? Or are you just kind of saying this of your own vibe?
Well, I feel like, so she's got a coffee in one hand, and she like, obviously she like bumped into him, so she's like, whoa, like I would say like she like touched his like shoulder to be like, man, don't fucking, yeah, like I would say like
she
just
doesn't,
like,
she's not continuing to kind of like have any physical contact.
Not right now. Okay. Like she's like, what are you doing?
I'm trying to determine if I have to make a jealousy roll for someone else. Someone who might be a guitar. Don't worry about it. The point is.
Oh God, no.
At this point, however, that person finishes his little shtick, and now a young woman is gonna get up. I should have had my guitar here to do impromptu folk songs. But a young woman gets up. She's wearing a kind of like pencil skirt, very kind of also sort of black with like a sweater, and we'll say she doesn't have a beret, but she does have a headband. And as she sort of sits down and starts playing, she starts doing a sort of a folk song about my love was a soldier and he left for the battle, do-do-do-do-do-do. but the battle was at home. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And the battle was forever. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So basically, she's playing a, it's just a 6-string, but she's kind of doing some sort of stuff. So Johnny, you both kind of pause as this music is played.
You got a guitar. It's open mic night. You gonna go up there?
I don't know if my vibe is right for this place.
Yeah, I mean, as long as your vibe ain't the norm, we're all open to different things around here. What's the harm?
I mean, why not? Where do I sign up?
Sign up's over there. Talk to Jimmy. He'll get you set up.
All right. Nice to meet you, Flick. I'll just walk past toward
Perfect.
whoever
You'll head
signed
over to
me.
Jimmy. All right. As you make your way over to Jimmy, Flick, you suddenly hear another voice sort of speaking from the doorway, saying, yes, fellow teenagers, this looks like the perfect place for us to recuperate. And look, it seems they are serving coffees and other hot beverages here that we could be drinking in the night, and then we can all be. And he's got like Minnie in one arm and Zeke in the other arm as he's just like walking them in and like yes, here we are. Isn't this so fun to you be young and alive and to listen to music all together? But I don't think they're having any beer, so it is obviously not a great place to be.
Minnie will lean over him to Zeke and say, does he talk like this all the time?
Yeah, he's from Europe.
Oh, that explains so much.
Mm-hmm. And no, they don't drink beer, actually. Philip, would this be the kind of place where Zeke would have made some sales?
You've probably made sales of some certain kind of, they'd probably just straight up refer to it as reefer here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that Flick definitely has bought some reefer.
You certainly have, although actually, roll me, can you roll, I can roll for you, or roll, I need a D13 roll on this for you. So
Okay, I can roll my...
You need to go 13 or under.
13!
13?
Yeah.
No!
Well.
Storms up, babies!
So sorry.
Okay, so I need a couple of
I'm
things.
so sorry.
Do you want me to use the D13 or you want to keep using a D20?
Use your fucking D13.
Okay. So these
This coffee house is about to get lit.
Where's Rawlings right now?
Walk.
All right. Rawlings, you're here. You're
Yeah.
walking into it.
Okay.
The good news for you is I've rolled a 7, so there is no Horror Surge. However,
Hurrah.
I am now rolling the D13 to determine the nature of this Dreadstorm. Guys, what we want, what we always want.
What
30
you...
minutes.
No. This is what all of us want because it's what happens. If I can roll a 4, that will be Voluptua again, and it will be a coffee house orgy.
We've got to hit every kind of orgy in this.
Yeah.
We've never experienced a coffee house orgy. I
Well,
want.
We had a
I'm gonna-
non-Euclidean orgy, and that's...
Energized, like the stamina should be good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We're all juiced up on the bean juice.
The Java.
And the
Bean
muffins.
juice.
for
Oh,
carbs.
let's make a coffee house called Flicking the Bean Juice. Okay.
Hey!
Oh!
Wait, that's my name!
I know. Guys, it's Kismet.
That is a good coffee house.
I want to do this so that you guys can maybe sort of see what is rolled here with it being tilted.
Oh.
Here. We'll see how
Dun,
this
dun,
goes.
dun, 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 dun.
Looks like it is. No. Are you kidding
11.
me? Are you kidding me?
11.
That's 4.
Is that a 4?
Okay,
We're getting horny,
it was a
baby.
4. It's a 4.
Coffee house orgy!
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
man. Looks like I'm fucking this guitar way earlier than I thought I was going to.
For the plot.
All right.
For the plot.
And no sooner do you. That is kind of crazy. I believe, is that like 3 in a row that have been.
Something like that.
Okay.
This-
The texture of this one
sexual
might be.
energy of this channel just manifested.
I don't know. It was.
We should make a list of all the types of orgy.
we were talking about it all so much. I guess it was inevitable. All right, but maybe things will work a little different here. So Flick, this is you. Oh, also it was a 13. That was your luck roll was a 13. Oh, we didn't even, okay, so, sorry. What set this all off? So Flick, I was having you roll to see if you've ever met Zeke. Flick, when you see Zeke, your heart drops. Because you have bought, you do know that Zeke is someone who used to sell. You're not sure if you ever bought from her, but you probably saw her. You're familiar with Zeke. You have memories of Zeke. But Zeke is dead. Zeke, you know Zeke's dead. Everybody said Zeke's dead. You talked to a kid who said they found Zeke's dead body. Zeke should be dead. Right now, Felicity, or Flick, I need you to roll a self-control. You are subpar at this.
Jesus. Okay. Hold on, wait, what does the par mean again?
Subpar has no mechanical effect here other than that the best you can do is not as good as the best other people can do at this.
17.
17. Okay, so you're doing fairly well for you, but you are not, like, you're looking with terror at Zeke. You're not screaming, but you're looking very freaked out when you see Zeke.
Hey. Hey, guy. Buddy, daddy-o. Cool cat. Welcome to the coffee house. Can I get you some coffee? How you been?
Just fine. You look familiar.
Yeah, no,
Have I talked to you before?
I think you sold to my friend Jenny. I was there, but I was like in the truck. It's cool. We never really met, but I know about you. Your work is great. Love your stuff. Thanks.
Great. Cool. Yeah. I think I don't know. Do any of us, Minnie? Any of you want coffee?
I'll have some, please.
Yeah, no.
You know,
Yes,
yeah, I'll
great.
have some because I don't want to look tired in front of anyone because you have to maintain your appearance and your energy if you're to stay awake.
Yeah, no, totally right, doll. I'll go get you some coffee.
Thanks.
Just a drip for you and Zeke.
Black.
And
Yep. Irish coffee.
I mean, not really on the menu, but like.
I think it actually comes from Colombia.
No, man.
You're such a child. If you have Irish coffee, I'll take the Irish coffee. If not, black is fine.
Yeah, I'm sure we could. I'm sure Jimmy will hook you up. It's fine. I'll ask him. He's got a flask.
Just the one for me as well, please. Thank you.
What are you getting?
Coffee, please. Thank you.
Just black.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
And Shelly.
Please, non-fat macchiato with whip. Add an extra shot. Drizzle with caramel on top, and then if you can write my name really nicely on the side, that would be great.
Oh my gosh, I love that you know what you want and you're not afraid to ask for it. Actually, what was your name again? You've told me so many times, but I forgot. You, with the hair and the hat?
Oh, sorry. Flick? This one's a gas. We've got a drip coffee and maybe an espresso machine. I don't know
Make
what
a
you're
luck
talking
roll for the. Actually, I'll do it. You've got a drip coffee.
Okay, we've got a drip coffee and maybe some sugar and cream. I don't know about the macchiato. That's some Italian bullshit I'm not too familiar with. She's been over the pond.
I'll have an espresso, please.
All right, I'll bring you a black coffee.
Oh, and make mine with cream and 3 teaspoons of sugar.
Okay.
Thank you, Flick.
It is at this moment that all of you jump, as there is a massive thunder strike outside. You even see the light through the door like flash for a moment, and then the girl playing on the stage with her sort of as she's going like, "The battle goes on forever, but this never go." And now it's just like the tin roof here. It's just like it's so hard to hear anything as she's singing. As a massive storm, those of you sort of standing near the door, you look out and it's like sheets of rain are just pounding, like
I look at I'm just gonna look at Garrett and say, do you think it's another one right now?
Johannes will look back and he'll actually step to the door and he'll. Oh yeah, that is a dread storm, and coconut.
What are you tasting?
The rain, my dear. Here, would you like to try some? He sort of moves his fingers towards your mouth.
Oh my god, it does taste like coconut. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why would you lick his fingers?
Put them in my mouth.
I don't think he did. I think he just held them up.
Oh, I thought he went. I thought he like.
You know what? Maybe you were moved. The point is, his fingers are in your mouth and you taste the sweet coconut.
I feel like he rubbed them against her lips and she voluntarily just like.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Yeah. Yeah.
My dog's mad at me for doing that.
You still licked him. Also, Rawlings, thanks for asking for my opinion.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to make you feel included? You don't know as much about Dread as myself or Mr. Gerstenborn.
Listen, I know plenty about Dread. I might not know as much about Dread storms, but yeah, that doesn't look normal.
Yeah, this is. Oh, I have a sense that this is going to be a rather powerful storm. I think.
What does this mean? Are we going to have more of those skeletons, or like?
Am I close enough to hear him say that?
Sure. Actually, wait. You went over to talk to Jimmy about playing.
Like handing everyone their coffees.
Make a. Actually, Johnny, we won't even role play this. Johnny Voltage, I want you to give me an interpersonal skills roll to just see how well you sort of get put in and where you are in the order. You're subpar at interpersonal skills, by the way.
A 9.
A 9. You do not hear this because you're still dealing with Jimmy. It was not a quick thing. He's looking at you like a rocker and being like, no one wants to hear you. No one wants to hear this stuff. So
I was told it was open mic, my guy. Like, is it open mic or is it not? You got to tell me.
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, but they're gonna shout. Ah, it's raining. Damn it, the power's gonna go out. So basically, while you're doing this, you do not hear Shelly talk about the skeletons. Okay. But Johannes will say, "It is very possible things worse than skeletons will be coming here. Although I suspect there will be bones."
Bones?
Yes, or boning.
What is boning?
Yes, what is boning? As he sort of like rubs your saliva on his fingers and says, "I think we're all going to find out."
Am I getting coffee? Like, am I in earshot of this?
You could have stayed here when like the thunder rolled like that, or you could have gone over. That is entirely up to you. What do you think you did? Would you have gone to grab the coffee once the thunder first rolled it, or did you stay here talking to these weirdos?
I guess I probably would have like gone to go get the coffee.
So in this point, yeah, you're kind of walking over there and you see Johnny talking to Jimmy. Yes, Minnie?
Has the like ozone of the storm started to impact people? Because I need to know if him doing that with her saliva impacted her. I need to know.
Yes, I think it did a little bit.
Okay, that awoke something in her, but she's just like
she's just like, wow, I bet they do all sorts of things interesting in Europe. So
I think so. Like, if I heard Jimmy giving Johnny a hard time,
yeah, you'll walk over while that's happening. Tell you what,
I would have yelled at him and been like, "Jimmy, what the fuck?" Like,
oh, what, you vouch for this? All right, if everyone screams about it, but I mean, no one can hear anybody anyway over all this, all this rain.
Listen, just like, I mean, it's open mic night, Jimmy. Come on.
Fine.
Yeah, Jimmy.
It's got to be better than this shit about the battle.
We got Jimmy, Johnny, and Jenny. That's just been talked about. Yeah, so basically he goes, fine, hey, yeah, whatever. You can go up after, you know what? I'm gonna put you before the ventriloquist because I don't like that guy.
Nobody likes ventriloquist.
So, perfect. In the meantime, as Minnie is staring at Johannes's fingers, I think that Zeke and Rawlings, you two, I'm going to give a little extra awareness and control to. Because this Dreadstorm, unlike this one, there's a charged energy, but Rawlings, you're aware of it, and Zeke, as you just pointed out, like, you were like, why aren't you asking me? You know, you're aware. So I would like both of you to look under your sense talents and make an intuition roll, Zeke and Rawlings.
Look under your seats.
Look under your seats. There is something special for you there.
Oh, I have adept and effective on this.
Congratulations.
Woo!
And Zeke, for your intuition,
Average. And I rolled a 13. Fuck.
No.
we do it. All right, could you roll a
yeah,
D13?
baby girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to stop. I'm begging.
I did not mean to.
Liv, I think you did mean to, and I think
I
it's
rolled an 11.
great. Okay, so no horror surge. That's good. Mr. Rawlings, how do we do, sir?
I rolled a natural 20.
Hey, give
Hey.
yourself back. I think you get 1 back on those.
Oh, do I get power back?
You get 1 power back.
Yes, I do. Hell yes.
You do.
Thank you,
And I ask that for you because I want you guys to know this stuff. Zeke has the cool Liv for Zeke has the cool facet where a nat 20 gives you 2 power back. There's facets that give you more bonuses.
Lucky.
I didn't roll a nat 20.
Sadly, yes. You know, you rolled a 13, and I appreciate everything about you. And I'm you can't see it, but I'm patting you on the head.
No.
But I'm not saying good girl because that's too much. Okay, now, as we carry on, Rawlings and Zeke with your rolls, but Rawlings, you with a natural 20, you effectively are going to be immune to the emotional effects of this surge. You are like because what a natural 20 represents in this system is your performance and all of the external factors around it have congealed for just the perfect. Like, everything's come together and it's a perfect situation. Zeke, with a 13, however, and your own just familiarity with this stuff, you are also... You may succumb, you may feel... Like Rawlings, you can almost feel like something trying to do something, but, like, it's making no effect on you. Like, it's not even stirring. Whereas Zeke, you kind of feel a wave of like, okay, at external nonsense, oh, this is like what happened on that stupid train, you know, oh brother, like it's all horny out there again, but you can resist it, you're not affected by it.
Okay.
You can certainly fight against it as much as you want. The rest of you, we're not even going to get to you yet because it's kind of going to be a more subtle building thing, but you guys are, I mean, Minnie's already feeling it. So... You do, however, notice that various beat hipsters in here, the original hipster types, are beginning to, like, cuddle up a little closer. And you're hearing people say, like, hey, Daddy-o, that storm's getting crazy out there. Can I snuggle up with you? Yeah, sure thing. Don't worry about that. Well, so everyone's kind of canoodling a little bit inside. There is an energy that's going on. Johnny Voltage, you were told you can actually perform in a moment here. Somebody else is gonna sing like a quick song, or I'll say even song odds. Actually, somebody else is gonna do some more spoken word poetry.
What is this building like? Like, what's the layout of this cafe? Like, is it one of the places that has like a little upstairs? Is there a downstairs? Is there like another room? I just like, at this point, knowing what's about to happen, I just want to remove myself from the situation.
There is not a public additional room. There is a back room, and like, you know, like almost like people could almost use as a green room if they needed to. But for the most part, it is just like an open cafe. There's a brick wall with kind of a light on it, and that's where people are playing.
Okay, and then I'll just like sit at a table in a corner so that no one can sneak up behind me and try to goose me or anything.
Okay, put his back against a wall so no one. I love it. Zeke, what are you doing? You also can see you see Rawlings like going to take a defensive position in that way. Do you join him at that table?
Is there? Okay, what do I have on me at this point? Because at some point in time, I had weapons and things. I don't know what I
You were
have
not
on.
reborn with those weapons.
Okay.
But if you want to, you can roll a d13 and make a luck roll to see what you might have picked up on the train.
Sure, I'll do that. Or if there's anything in the room. I guess train.
Sure, yeah, actually do. Yeah, we'll do a. That's great. Do a d13 roll.
Okay.
Luck roll.
12.
12. Oh my god. Yes. From the train, you actually talked someone into. So you basically have a switchblade like you used to.
Fantastic.
You've got a knife. Yeah, we'll put that in your.
I'm gonna stagger myself just a little bit behind Rawlings.
Okay. Well, nothing can be behind Rawlings because he's up against a wall on purpose.
Oh.
But you can be
I
like.
intentionally made it so that
Yeah.
no one's getting behind me, baby.
Fine. Then I'll be just nearby.
Yeah, you'll be kind of in. You'll also go to the wall. You two
Yeah.
are like. You two know what's coming. What's soon to be. Yes, Shelly. What are you up to?
Ayo.
You were raising your hand, I thought.
Oh no, I was just I just liked that when Zeke was going behind Rawlings, Zeke was like this, goosing finger.
Oh, perfect. So, meanwhile, there is a guy. I didn't roll this. Someone is on stage doing some sort of spoken word poetry. Yes, Minnie?
Does Minnie see Rawlings and Zeke go, or is she?
I think Minnie notices them just step to like kind of like an empty table near the back, and they're just both like backs against the wall, kind of, no one can sneak up on them. They seem in a somewhat defensive posture. You do notice that, yes.
She would like to. Can Minnie like tap Shelly and like gesture toward Zeke and Rawlings and like back her way up to where they are? Maybe not right next to them, but they seem to know what they're doing. So
Okay. Yeah, if you guys want to walk over to them, that's fine.
Shelly will follow with her little.
Yeah. So Rawlings and Zeke, you see Minnie and Shelly kind of coming over to you too. Maybe Flick at this point is bringing coffee over to that whole table,
Yeah. So, here's the black coffee for Zeke. The coffee with cream and the 3 sugars, I think
thank you
was
so much.
Yeah, you, Minnie, and then Shelly. I did my best. It's coffee with cream and like lots of sugar.
That's fine. That is fine. Thank you so much. For
Yeah.
the support.
Yeah, and here's another black coffee for you.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
Johannes Gerstenkorn will come over and say, "I did not order any coffee, but I appreciate your good work there. Are you?
Yeah.
Do you like beer?
I've had beer. It's all right.
Oh, wait.
Why?
I cannot hear this." He sort of reaches down and pulls out like a little flask and says, "If you say you've had beer and you think it is all right, you've never had beer. Here, have some." And he's gonna try to pour some beer in your mouth.
I'm cool, Daddy-O. No worries. Not really interested in taking
Oh, I understand.
warm beer from a flask. Real good. If you get some chill on it, I'll think about it. But
Oh, I see.
you Europeans and your warm beer.
Well, people from where I'm from, we know how to do certain things very properly.
Properly. Oh yeah. I'm sure you like to do things how they've always been done, right?
Well, some things, I must think of how to best say this. What would a young teenager say right now? Yes, I love to do new things is what I like to do. Yes, that is what I am likely to be doing. I like to do new things.
She whispers over to Minnie and she's like, "Who is this cube that you bought to this coffee shop?"
Oh, I don't even know him.
What do you mean you don't even know him?
I don't know him. He came from the woods.
The woods? What do you
Yeah.
mean he came from the woods?
He came from the. I don't know. He came with Zeke. Who?
What do you mean? Yeah, no, I know.
I
know.
And she's back.
I thought, and she was, and then
Yeah.
she just walked in the door,
Exactly.
and then, okay, yeah, no, okay, yeah, no. So it's not just the reefer, like, was missing.
Yeah, I do not do reefer. It smells really bad.
Oh,
So
that's fine.
it is definitely not that.
Is it
Zeke
real?
is dead?
Minnie will grab Shelly and say, listen, I know you don't run in a lot of circles and you don't know a lot of people or a lot of things, but yeah, Zeke was supposed to be dead.
Zeke, everyone is saying that you're dead.
I'm clearly not dead.
Why are they saying that about you?
I don't know. People spread rumors.
Okay, to be fair, we didn't say you were dead. We said you were supposed to be dead or we thought you were dead. So
Okay, well, actually, so, like, where were you, though, if you've been missing for, how long have you
the
been
guy in
gone?
the woods.
This
How long
German
have I
guy?
been missing for? I don't know.
How, do we know how long Zeke's been missing? Do I need, like,
It's been a while, but as you're contemplating this question, the guy on stage finishes his spoken word of, and then the volcano explodes and it's empty once again.
Oh my god, I hate these fucking poets.
And he goes off, and then at this point, Johnny, you're allowed to go up. No, Johnny, you have an opportunity here. They don't have amps. Somebody says you can borrow an acoustic guitar. When they say that, you feel Elvira getting, like, cold in your hands.
No, man, I can't do that. I only got one guitar, and I play it all the time. No exceptions.
Okay. So basically, suddenly a rocker boy steps up, and the storm is pounding outside. Seriously, on the roof, it just sounds like it's like...
couldn't hear any of that, but sure.
It's not for you guys. Anyway, the point is,
Okay.
as
Right in your mind's eye.
Johnny is stepping up to the mic. Now, Johnny, the mood in here, you look around and there are people like canoodling and I mean, you know, that coffee girl, she's at the back talking to like a group of people, and there's a weird vibe in here. Johnny Voltage, I want you to give me an intuition roll.
$17.
17. We've had multiple 17s tonight. Appropriate for all these horny teenagers. So, Johnny, as you are hearing, you're taking your read of this room, and you're not sure if it's you and your guitar, but this place feels like a sexual powder keg, and Elvira is the match. So, Johnny, what song do you want to play? I'm sure you have a lot of songs, but I will say, you have learned some songs looking over the Stone Man's notes. You could try to play one of those songs. That would, you know that's tough, and you know you have to do those really, really good. But like those songs flash through your mind, and like the vibe in this room is just intense. You could also just like, you know, play just like a standard thing, but you know you want to play something that kind of gets the blood pumping. What do you want to do, Johnny Voltage?
I mean, it might be good for me to practice those songs, because Stone Man really needs me to nail them.
All right. Okay, Johnny. Oh, boy. I know I said the names of all those songs to you last time. I don't need to do, if you recall any of them, you could just play I'm Just Dying to Get In Again.
I want to do something different, because we've
you know
recorded
what?
that one.
What's that?
We've recorded that one,
We
right?
recorded that one. There's a song. Oh, fuck, this is gonna be bad. There's a song called There's a Storm in Heaven and a Party in Hell.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay. That sounds right for this.
And you looked it over. Now, you do know that this song is a little hard because there is supposed to be a female singer on it. for the sort of a part of the verse, but you certainly can get it started, and you saw like the tempo sheets, and also it just feels right in this moment. There's a storm in heaven and a party in hell. Okay. This is interesting. All right. Johnny Voltage. You are going to play a song of dread during a dread storm in this crowded, hoardy room. The first chord is an A. You're going to ring it out. I need you to make a creativity roll. You can add both of your rock and roll knowledge dice to this as you bring to bear every perfect sweet lick you've ever heard. You're also adept, and you're ace. So make your first roll. Here we go.
Okay, I rolled 3 dice.
Okay.
12, 15, 19.
19. Okay.
So I got a power back, right?
You do get a power back. Well, hold on, if you accept the 19, but I guess you would only not accept it if you go to 20. However, you rolled 3 dice, you get 1 more reroll for free.
Okay.
If you want.
That's a 6.
A 6. Okay. So you are at a 19. You're not doing it perfect, but 19's pretty damn good. So you regain 1 power. Are you going to stay at the 19? You're going to spend power to kick it up?
If I regain, do I still get regain power if I kick it up?
Yeah, it would basically cost you a net of 2 rather than, you're going to spend the 3. You're going to do that? Oh shit, so he's doing a 22. So this is the first time in the game someone has exceeded 20. Okay.
I'm down to 5 power, so that's great.
Okay, because of this, I'm doing this.
Wait, But that doesn't mean that we get another Dreadstorm.
No,
right?
no. You're just it's the Dreadstorm clock is now at 0 rather than
it's never
1.
happened that way, so I was just checking because he's a devious little monster.
I am that. Okay, so we're at 0.
True.
Okay, great. So it's 0 for the night. Okay, so you begin to play this absolute banger of sweet, tight rock and roll. Was not really expecting this is what would happen again. Oh, what a dread. This is so perfect. Okay. So Johnny Voltage starts to play this A chord just ringing, and somehow, though he is not amped, and though it is cacophonous on the metal ceiling of this building, this song is pumping loud. You can hear it. And Johnny is singing. Somehow it's picking up on the mic. Somehow, though he is unamped and unpicked up, it is totally loud. It still has like a more acoustic quality to it. It's not a thing. I'm just gonna do something. Hold on. Okay.
Oh no. I'm scared about what's gonna happen.
I'm not sure I'm even
I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Okay, hold on.
Pump this, Philip. Pump this.
I'm not
I
sure
learned a new thing about you. I didn't know you could play guitar.
I'm not sure I'm even perfectly in tune on this guitar because I wasn't prepping this, but I think I'm going to. I want you guys to hear these lyrics and to hear the way this goes. So this is Johnny singing this to you all. Okay, so here we go.
Can't hear it.
You guys will. Oh, you have to listen on Twitch. You players, by the way, you can't hear it over Zoom. You'll have to listen on Twitch. I'm very sorry. Okay. When I saw you standing in the glow of the street lamp, I got a feeling that I just couldn't shake. Like the roar of an engine, like the growl of a motor, like the howl of a boy in love. When I saw you standing in the glow of the street lamp, it was all much too much to take. And then the fever found me, then the chill ran through me, it was all that I was thinking of. Your figure is something like I've never seen. Your face is something from an angel's dream. You look like you smelled a sweet summer cream, and I just couldn't take it. I just couldn't take it. I felt my heart heart explode. I felt my brain recode. I felt the windows of my soul give out. I knew the meaning of die. I knew the texture of cry. I know what living was all about. It's about you, sweet, sweet, heavenly you. I walked you home from the party in the chill of the night. There was an autumn wind that couldn't have been colder. Like a merciless demon, like a cruel talon Harvey, like the thing I feel when calling your name. I walked you home from the party in the chill of the night. I put my jacket around your sweet little shoulders, like an armor of love, like a shield of my lust, like a flag to mark the stake of my claim. Your figure makes me feel things like I never felt. Your face is so exquisite that I think I could melt. I'm thanking the Almighty for the hand I've been dealt, and I think I could make it. I think I could make it. I felt a holy flame, I felt an end to shame. I felt the longing in the tips of my fingers. I knew the harps of the saved, knew every taste I had craved, felt the power of the seraphim singers. Sing about you, sweet, sweet, heavenly you. And it is at this point.
Hey, man. Jimmy, that's not so bad. Aren't you glad you let that guy up on stage?
Yeah, it's okay, so you play that part. And this is a very intense thing. As this happens, Johnny Voltage, people start coming in out of the rain. People soaked to the bone. Clothing clinging to their bodies. Heart beating and pounding and just in this, like, vibe. And the rest of you, Rawlings and Zeke, you two watch with a clear understanding of, like, what's happening. Johannes Gerstenkorn, he's just kind of going like this. Minnie and Shelley and Flick, for you, this is a thing. And Johnny, for you, it just feels right. But basically, in this moment, there are 6 people. No. There's 8 of them. In couples, but they're switching partners. Sometimes the guys dancing together, sometimes the girls, sometimes in mixed couples, but they are doing this, like, horny sock hop dance all together. They're just grooving and dancing and grinding together to that song, to that kind of, like, weird sort of, you know, like 50s-y song like that. Rawlings and Zeke, I am giving the two of you a brief resistance to this because of your sort of general stuff, but you know, Rawlings, you know this is a song of dread.
Is there a way that I can, like... I'm gonna run to the bathroom and lock myself in.
Understood. Rawlings, you are going to run to try to get away. No one else, the only person who will even notice you going is Zeke. Zeke might notice you trying to move away and could attempt to follow if she... Zeke, do you want to try to follow him? Or are you just going to let him go? And are you too stunned watching these dancers dancing along to Johnny Voltage's song?
I've been to this cafe before, right?
I think, yes, you have certainly dealt here before. So yeah, you've been here before.
Would I know if there's only one bathroom?
There is only one bathroom.
Yeah, then I'm gonna try and catch up to him, if not push him out of the way.
Perfect. Could you two go to your physical talents, and you're both making an exertion roll, and as far as I know, you are both... Yep, this is a D20 roll for you guys. You can re-roll if you don't like what you get.
17.
Zeke, how'd we do?
Did you roll 13?
A 13?
Oh no!
And we just undid your last one, but here we go.
Oh,
Well,
All right, perfect. Okay, so I love it. Go ahead and roll a D13 for me.
I don't know why the dice are doing that. 9.
A 9, okay, because a horror surge here would have been amazing. So here's the thing, Rawlings, you do make it to the bathroom and you can, like, shove people out of the way. Zeke is behind you. Now, if you wanted to, you could lock Zeke out, but with Zeke being at a 13, you're able to, you could let Zeke in with you.
Can I tell him, like, how, like, clear-headed Zeke is right now?
Absolutely, go ahead and do an intuition roll, Mr. Rawlings.
Okay.
You're very good at this.
Well, Philip, wouldn't you love to know that I just rolled a 13?
You are adept, though. You get to re-roll.
No, I'm the other one with one.
That was with your adept?
I rolled 2 for 1.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So go ahead then and make a D13 roll.
3.
You know that Zeke is not as clear-headed as you, but Zeke is clear-headed enough to know there's danger and to want to resist it.
All right, I'll hold the door for Zeke then. And then as soon as Zeke's in, close it. Like, just slam it, lock it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you two are now locked in a bathroom, trying to resist this dread storm from Voluptua, but you have some experience with this, so but this is Zeke, but you're just like, oh god, like what's about to, this is a rough situation. Johnny Voltage, meanwhile, is on stage rocking out. This is all happening just in those 2 verses that I did.
Just fingering his guitar.
He's just fingering his guitar, and Elvira is like every lick on Elvira, every guitar lick she does, it's just the most like squealing. Like, you guys have never heard a guitar that sounds so like, but that's how she sounds. And it's really cool. And then these people are dancing, and like you can almost, Shelly, Minnie, and Flick, you guys can almost hear like drums, as if like someone else, like as if this is going on. Yes, Minnie.
Does Minnie still have like the wherewithal to like know what's going on?
Well, that's an interesting question, Minnie. Why don't, if you want to know what's going on in this moment, I will allow you to make an intuition roll, because you do have the ace ability on that.
Okay. 15.
15.
Yeah.
You know that you don't know the how, you don't know your average. So like you don't necessarily know this stuff. You just know that there's a vibe in this place, and this is the vibe that you imagine that happens when people go to parties and go all the way.
Oh, okay. So can she look at Johannes? Johannes is still there, right?
Yeah.
Can she look at him and say, "What do we do?"
Johannes will look at you and he will say, "What you do? Why you do? You're young, and you're vivacious, and your body is."
Okay, well, aren't you young too?
Oh yes,
you
yeah.
keep
Also,
saying that you are.
Yes, also me, fellow youth. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But the point is, Minnie, if you're sort of young, I know a lot about plants, and you are like a young flower in perfect bloom right now. Okay. Some might say that you will never be lovelier. So perhaps you wish you should find someone to pluck you.
Okay, I don't know what that means. That's some sort of like over the pond phrase, but like this feels very dangerous in a sexual way.
It
and
is.
I am determined to maintain both my purity and my tight little body. So what do I do to make sure that I'm not influenced by whatever's happening? Because it feels very dangerous.
Do you feel like you're being influenced by it, Minnie?
I feel like you want me to be influenced by this, and I don't want to be.
Oh, I don't care about you. I do not reproduce the way that you reproduce.
I don't want to. Shelly, how do you feel?
Shelly, speaking of which, Shelly, actually, both of you make a self-control roll.
Oh no.
Is this? It's a D20, right? Yeah.
D20.
Where is that?
It's under your mental talents.
Oh boy.
So Rawlings and Zeke are safe in the bathroom. If they want to make out, they can, but they're not compelled to.
18.
18. Minnie is 18, okay? Shelly, how'd we do?
9.
9. Shelly, I think you probably just ripped the skirt back off at this point. No, you are, Shelly, you are, like, Minnie, you look at Shelly, and Shelly, I mean, I don't want to be too, I feel like it's possible that Shelly's kind of, like, leaning in a certain way against, like, the edge of a table, just kind of, like, subconsciously, the point is, Shelly, you're feeling very aroused, and you're, like, the vibe of this room, it just makes you want to,
Shelly, oh my god, don't let this music get to you, it's evil.
I've just
That's
never
what my dad told me.
felt this way before. I mean, you don't have to touch anyone else, just, like...
Oh, I know, I've had some fun times on my couch arm, but, like, not in public, so...
Yeah, but he is kind of creepy to you, so I think you should stay away from him.
Okay, I think you should stay away from that table, personally.
Oh. Shelly doesn't realize and just kind of backs up and, like, it's like,
In the meantime, Flick, would you also make a self-control roll? What'd we roll?
A 13.
A 13? What is happening, my friends?
I don't like it.
I'm gonna roll for your horror search here.
Because Mercury's in the microwave.
There. True.
I did not roll a 13, but
Mercury's in microwave, Jupiter's in Gatorade. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
we have had
It's too spicy.
it so many tonight. Wow.
What if we hit 13 13s? What happens?
We come all together
How many
simultaneously.
how many have I had tonight? We've had 5?
We have technically had 6, but 1 was reduced because Jeremy chose the proper song.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. All right. But it's a wild time out there.
Yikes.
So we're at 3. All right. I didn't even make it all the way to 3. There we go. Cool. So, Flick, you are you're like keeping yourself like from, you know, you're not sort of like you're not just like compelled to rush the stage and like mount this guitar player, but there's a part of you that kind of wants to. But like Shelly, and like even with your high rolls, like Minnie had like, well, Shelly, you rolled low, but like Minnie's like, ooh, and you guys are resisting, but you can tell the atmosphere in here is crazy. Because here's the thing, this is a song of dread. And speaking of which, we're about to get to the goods. Johnny Voltage, while all this has been happening, there's some movie magic, so some cuts have happened. You have played through those verses. Those are the verses that the guy sings about how hot this girl is, how much he wants her, how he wants to put his jacket round her shoulders like a flag of his lust to mark the stake of his claim. But this is the part where the girl starts singing. I need you to make another creativity roll, and you get your 2 extras. And if you tell you what, roll 1 die. Just roll 1 so we can, in case, because you also have ace in this.
That's a 1.
A 1. Okay, cool. So for a 1, you can spend... No, you get a free reroll. This will be your adept free reroll.
11.
Okay. Now this can be your first reroll from your what's it called? Your rock and roll knowledge.
16. You
can make another reroll thanks to rock and roll knowledge.
17.
17. Okay. You're sitting at a 17. 17 is great. You've got everybody rocking. You're low on power, but you can feel that this needs something special. Do you want to use 3 more power?
I do.
I knew he was going to, and that's why you're doing a great job, and you're a very good boy today. Johnny Voltage. Johnny Voltage rocks so hard. And the following happens. Elvira, as you play the following as a solo, Elvira starts to sing. The guitar, it's like vocoder style. It's like some like Frampton Do You Feel Like We Do. Like you guys are hearing a voice coming through this unamplified guitar. And these are words that we have heard before on this channel when Wendy Raven sang them. So, as Johnny, I'm going to play the rest of this. I'm so sorry, but I'm just real into it. So whatever. This is what's happening. My apologies. Okay. So Johnny Voltage just went, you know, sing about you, sweet, sweet heavenly you. Then the guitar sings, so you want to go to heaven, boy? So you wanna go to heaven, boy? So you think that you deserve it, you think you got the nerve to never ever swerve from the light, the light, the light, the light. Despite the throbbing urge that you feel. You think you can't resist me, you've never even kissed me, we've never even broken the seal. You think you can't refuse me, you really want to lose me, we've never even broken the seal. Put your hands right here and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Put your lips right there and please, please, please. Still think you'll go to heaven, boy. Still think you'll go to heaven, boy. Still think that you can brave the furious storm. Still think you'll go to heaven, boy. Still think you'll go to heaven, boy. Or should we head someplace a zillion times as warm? Baby, baby, I want you and you want me, and I want you wanting me. You're gonna ring me like a requiem bell. It's time to put up or shut up and to RSVP. There's a storm in heaven and a party in hell. The angels need a rain check and the devils need a coat check. There's a storm in heaven and a party in hell. A storm in heaven and a party in hell. So, the guitar sings that through Johnny Voltage's fingers. Elvira sings the words of Wendy Raven. And as this happens, as Johnny brings the song home, he did better than perfect at the beginning, and then he just brings it home with the perfect thing. It is at this point that everyone here, those dancers on the floor, are fucking. Just full on, they are having sex now. Like, it's a little voluptuous, so nothing too explicit is seen, and it's also very kind of this like 50s coded stuff, so like, you know, bras aren't coming off and the bras are massive, you know, but like just these huge cones, but like there's bouncing and writhing, and just they are going to town. Minnie, Shelly, and Flick, what Johnny has just done is incredible. Go ahead and roll another stay in control, you ones. Meanwhile, Zeke and Rawlings are like, they're like Indy and Marion, like, don't listen. They're in the bathroom.
9.
It's self-control, right?
Self-control. Shelly, how'd we do?
No, Zane, no.
13.
Yeah, baby.
All right, roll a d13, because a horror surge now would be something special.
Wow. Okay.
We can never meet in person again. Clearly.
11.
What do we get, Zane?
11.
Lauren, how'd you do?
17.
17. Wonderful. Okay, so friends.
Wow.
Some good news and some bad news. The good news is none of you...
hold on.
Yeah?
If I'm, does it mean anything if I'm impressive in self-control?
Oh, in this case it does, but you have a 13?
Yeah.
It does not. Yes, so...
Fair enough.
It could have, but yeah, it doesn't. So you all... And what did you have again, Flick?
A 9.
Yeah.
9.
Flick, you are probably rushing the stage at this point. Unless there's a nearer outlet for your feeling of lust, but you do what you feel right now is the words that Johnny Voltage is saying, that there's a storm in heaven and a party in hell. You're like, I'm in hell and I need to party.
Okay.
Because the devils know how to do it.
All right, let's do it.
Wait, so where do you go?
I'm rushing the stage.
You're going to Johnny Voltage?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is
He might be in. Oh no, he has a woman.
He has a woman. Yeah,
It's gonna
no,
be
but
well,
she was.
This is gonna. So basically, as the guitar is like partying, Minnie and Shelly, what are you two doing?
How in control am I of myself?
You are not really in control. You have to release these feelings.
Okay, so she's gonna grab Shelly's face and say, okay, so like, if it's with a girl or if it's in the butt, it doesn't count. So.
Okay. Shelly, what do you say in response to that?
And in what level of control does Shelly have here?
You're about the same as Minnie.
I'm so happy you noticed me. And just will start making back out with Minnie.
Okay. It's basically, so in other words, Shelly and Minnie are going at it. Flick, Rawlings and Zeke are not listening in the bathroom to this
Good
song.
thing this is acoustic, I gotta say.
Yeah, it is, but no, it's dread is making it not acoustic. Meanwhile, Flick, you are rushing the stage. Okay? Johnny, you have finished this. Johnny, you are so horny right now. And your guitar is your guitar is just like throbbing in your hand. Okay? Your guitar wants it. Your guitar wishes you could have been jacked in right now, you know? Your guitar's port is empty, but is desperate for a quarter-inch jack. The point being, Flick rushes up to you. Flick, what do you do?
So I feel like she's gonna be like super cool about it, cause like she's got to be super cool about it, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, man, that was a real cool set you had there. Never seen anything like it." But she's gonna she's gonna put her hand out and touch the shoulder.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Johnny, your guitar is enraged.
Oh
your
no.
Guitar wants to bash this girl's head in.
Ugh!
However, go ahead, Johnny.
Oh, I'm gonna be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I'm irresistible, but Johnny Bolgers has only got eyes for one lady. And then I'm just gonna fucking lick up the neck of that guitar.
Okay, I love it. As you lick the guitar, as you're like the guitar is squealing once again. Flick, what do you do? Because you're not sated.
I'm still horny.
You're still horny.
Uh,
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm gonna-
Also,
okay,
hope
okay,
everyone's okay
okay.
with this. I know we do this a lot in this game, but just content warnings. Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, so Flick's gonna look up and down Johnny Voltage and then side to side to that guitar, and she's gonna be like, "That's okay, I can share."
Okay, Flick. When you say that, Flick, I would like for you to make a manipulation roll.
Oh fuck! Okay.
I would like for you to make you're impressive at manipulation, and you have.
I know. No,
Okay,
I'm
so-
ace at.
So you're ace at this. So go ahead and roll. Which in this context,
Jesus.
ace sometimes means something else in sexual context, but in this, it does not. So go ahead, Flick, and roll a d20.
Okay.
Oh, she may
We'll
survive yet.
walk you through this.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 3, but I can roll.
You
I can
re-roll that
re-roll
for free. You can re-roll that for free
free.
infinite. You could roll 33s and keep re-rolling.
Okay, I rolled a 9.
Okay. Would you like to expend power to re-roll that? I strongly
Yeah.
suggest you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
do that.
I'll
And
mark
I'm
you
gonna
down
roll
to
a
12. Roll again.
Okay. 18.
18 is because you're impressive is high enough for this. You say
Alright.
I can share, and if you move in, Flick. Oh my god, this is perfect because you're subpar at this next part. You
Oh,
say
God!
that, and Johnny, as you're licking Elvira will say, "Good enough for me, Johnny.
Wait, what?
Give her the guitar, Johnny."
I'm gonna like press against the guitar and then pull Flick in.
Okay. Flick, make a self-control roll, or if you'd like to, you could decline to self-control.
This feels so intimate to be watching.
Self-control for what? What am I trying to control?
You are.
Here.
I'll tell you. You are trying to resist. You are trying to resist a presence entering your mind. You're trying to resist a temporary.
Okay.
You're trying to resist a temporary, possession.
10.
10. Yeah, 10 won't be enough.
Oh
Suddenly,
god, I feel like Flick's gonna be a vessel.
in a lot of ways.
Jesus Christ.
Flick, you push yourself into the guitar, and Johnny, you're like licking the guitar like, oh yeah. And then in Elvira's voice, Flick sounds, it's like ghost voice, but it sounds like a distorted guitar speaking, and her eyes are like glowing like a preamp light, kind of like this like orangey light.
Okay.
It's basically, you're like the surrogate in her. So basically, and so Flick through the guitar distortion basically is saying, like, take me, Johnny. You know, play this body like you play my solid body, kind of vibe. Okay.
Oh God.
And Johnny, as you pull Flick and the guitar toward you, all of you, Rawlings, Rawlings, make a hearing roll.
What is that? Okay, I'm dependable. No, I'm gonna fucking roll for it.
Cool.
6.
You don't hear this. Your hands are over this. You're just like, you're not listening. Zeke is not listening. You two are just like, protect. It is at this point, however, that everyone doesn't stop. Like Minnie and Shelly and whatever their mouths and fingers are doing right now, they're not letting up. The dancers and all the attendees, and Jimmy's back there with, I don't know, like his mop bucket or something, doing whatever he's doing. The point is, everyone is doing what they're doing. Johnny and Flick just going crazy, like holding this guitar. It's kind of like those like weird dances from some of those music videos I showed you where they're like sexually dancing with guitars. We'll talk about it later. The point is, this is going on, but there is this thunderous, just these thunking applause as the rain is pouring in and the glass shatters in the windows, but no one cares. They're too busy. And a voice says, "Oh yeah, now that's the power of music. Oh my God, Johnny, I knew you were paying attention. You're singing it great! You didn't even need Wendy, because you've got your guitar. And deep down, what does a boy love to stroke and squeeze and please more than his 6-string? Oh man, this is the best day of my life. Too bad I can't feel a damn thing! All I want is what you have." None of you, you're all hearing this, but nobody's listening. "All I want is one person I can touch and feel and squeeze without popping their head like a grate. Oh man." Flick, if you're looking, what you see is a 10-foot tall statue, like a classical, or like a graveyard memorial statue, 10 feet tall. It's a guy with a leather jacket, sunglasses, and long hair. This kind of like a rocker angel. This is the Stone Man. He is the most powerful entity in this place.
Can I roll to see if I've heard of this Stone Man from like the lore?
Absolutely. You absolutely can and should do a lore roll. So what you're going to do is you're going to do an analysis at this Flick, and you get 1 extra die on top of it. So make your analysis roll. You technically get 2 free rerolls in this, so just roll 1 just to start.
18.
Roll again.
Okay. 7.
Roll again. You get 1 more free one.
Okay. 15.
So you have an 18. Not only that, because you are effective at this, you cannot draw a wrong conclusion from this thing. So basically, you have heard rumors of a horny statue. You have definitely heard of that. You say that there are people who refer to this Stone Man. You also know that in fact, this goes to the stuff about Zeke that you know, now that I think about it. So you definitely are aware of the following. There was a girl named Alice Sheedy. She said she had a boyfriend who she loved, and she and Zeke were killed by that boyfriend's enemy. He killed Alice to hurt this man. You can't really do anything about that right now because you're letting your body be the vessel of a sentient guitar. But your mind knows as you co-experience that pleasure.
Can Flick basically be like, I don't know, hands are doing whatever, mouths are doing whatever. Can she be like, hold on, I just need to, and then can she like reach for her like little notepad and she like start drawing and like taking like a fucking
you can definitely try to do a memory of this later, but because you failed that self-control, you cannot.
No.
You're not in control of anything.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, you're but like you are feeling, but it is like this fever dream. Like Minnie and Shelly, you guys are witnessing this. Johnny, you of course know this person, but you're kind of like, I don't care. Gotta finish in my guitar lady. You know, it's like, it's just, you're sort of, that's all, you know, that's sort of the vibe of what's going on in those people. But the Stone Man just does this horrible lament. Can't take notes. The Stone Man goes, I've never been so happy and so sad all at once. Then he'll pause and say, what the hell are you doing here? And those of you in the voice will hear a voice say, well, I was just touring around, but now that we've met, perhaps we should have a discussion. There may be a way for me to help you. I don't trust you, but God, I'm desperate, all right! And Johannes and the Stone Man walk away. All right, I need Flick, Johnny, Minnie, and Shelly to all roll, I suppose... I'm going to let you choose what you want for your satisfaction roll. If you'd like it to be touch, so that it's about the physical sensation, that's under your senses. If you'd like it to be endurance or exertion, that's also fine. If you want to pitch me a different skill, you could also do so. But you're all going to roll something about how satisfying the situation is for you.
Can I roll for creativity? Because
yeah, you can get weird with it, absolutely, for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely, creativity. Johnny Voltage, what do you want to roll? You could do the same, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll just roll creativity.
Okay, sure. Their lovemaking is an art.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Nice.
I mean, well, hey,
and I get power back.
And congratulations, Flick. And Elvira.
I got an 18.
Everyone's having a good. Everyone on stage is having a great time.
What is better, dependable, effective, and adept, or ace?
Okay, dependable means you can guarantee 10. Ace is very good because it means you can't roll super low. Ace, I would say, is better than dependable, which you have
in movement.
In movement, you have ace in movement. Yeah, go ahead and do movement.
Okay.
Shelly, what are you gonna do?
15 in exertion, and I'm ace, but I don't need the skill.
You need to reroll. Okay.
I got a 9.
You want to spend a power and reroll?
Have we gained any power?
No.
Damn it. Sure.
Cool.
I'll spend a power.
All right, you'll cut down to 5 and reroll it. Let's do it.
No, 4.
That's good. Reroll for free. You have ace.
10.
Okay. Minnie, you are
You've
still
never done anything, okay?
You're still a little hung up, but Shelly's having a great time.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
But Minnie thinks she is doing the best.
Yeah.
She's not.
Flick, Elvira, and Johnny Voltage collapse in ecstasy. Minnie and Shelly have a good awkward time. At this point, however, there is this like everyone just kind of like exhales in this room and everybody falls sort of down. Whether it's the beatniks on the side, the sock-hopped dancers who came in and athletically held the center, Johnny and Flick on the stage, Jimmy kind of leaning against the wall, and Minnie and Shelly doing whatever they do. Rawlings, you're just hiding, but you hear the storm beginning to recede. Rawlings, what do you do?
wait a little bit longer.
Okay. You don't hear much movement outside. You actually didn't even hear the booming voice in there. You somehow missed that.
Okay.
You wait a little longer. No, there's no further sound.
Okay, I'll leave. I'll crack the door.
Crack the door open. It is like 30 people, just all in a post-coital glow.
I mean, what do I? I'm just looking. Is there do I notice differences or what?
Excellent.
What?
Give me an analysis roll. Let's have you. I think nothing is hard to see at this, so let's just do an analysis. As you walk out, let's just see what you sort of scan and what you notice is different. This is basically roll for spot the differences in Highlights magazine.
12.
12. That's with your adept.
Yep.
Oh, a 12. You know Johannes is gone. You can tell the windows are broken, but everything else you just notice. Like you can probably tell. Like, okay, looks like that the barista just hooked up with this rocker boy, and Minnie and Shelly they are all tangled up. So they must have done something. And Johannes is gone. That's what you notice.
Okay. I'll just. I mean, let's look around, see if there's anything. I'm playing it safe. Like, I'm just trying to get my bearing. I don't care about the kids that we came here with, aside from Zeke. Like, I'm glad Garrison Corn's gone. I'm just gonna, I guess. Okay. Are there any okay, so it's a coffee shop. Are there any pamphlets with a map of the town?
Ooh, make a luck roll, D13.
5.
No.
Then I would start poking my head out and start looking around for signage. See if there's anything that points to Darkmoor.
Ooh. You look out. Make a sight roll, Mr.
Rawlings. I will spend 1 to re-roll that. That was a 7.
Sounds good.
That's a 15. I'll take that.
You glance around and you're trying to see if there's signs. You don't see signs, but then, kind of through the sort of dying rain, you can see in the distance a very, very gothic, collegiate-looking building. You would assume, in the far distance, it's like not in the town. It's kind of off to, it's like there's some forest between them. You see rising up. You see something that you strongly suspect is a college campus.
Okay, noted.
Zeke is probably just well, okay, I'm glad we avoided that.
Yeah. What time of day is it now?
It's dark. It's deep night. It is the dead of night.
Then let's just try and hunker down until somewhere not here until it's day, and then we can go. Let's just try and hunker down somewhere where it's safer until it's not dark outside, so that when we approach the college, perhaps it's less likely that vampires will attack us mistakenly.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Good. Right. Vampires, huh? Flick and Johnny, I think you two did so good. You are probably kind of... Oh, actually, Flick, if you'd like to, you can attempt to sketch what you remember. You can kind of roll over.
Okay.
And try to sketch what it is you just saw. You can have that presence of mind.
Can I start sketching what I saw, but can I also pull out a cigarette and light it?
Absolutely.
And offer it to Johnny and be offer it to Johnny, look at the guitar and Johnny, and be I don't do relationships, but if you want to do that again, just give me a call, both of you. And then she just keeps drawing.
I'm gonna take the cigarette. Yeah, whatever.
and then Johnny, I really like the idea that you then just move the cigarette down to your guitars. Yeah. Your jack there, just to, if she wants to take a puff.
Does it take a puff? Does she take a puff?
Jeremy, roll a D13.
Okay.
Important.
Yeah, you see that
Okay.
like the guitar like ignites slightly and a little bit comes out.
Nice. Okay,
Okay.
she's drawing and writing.
Flick, go ahead and draw. I think in this case, you're good at both of
Creativity?
these things. I think that this one would actually be analysis. This is you trying to remember what you saw. This is kind of like mental. Like, what did I see? You're not trying to draw a beautiful picture. You're trying to draw an accurate for your
Sketch
memory.
in 17.
A 17.
Mhm.
And did you reroll? You get a free reroll on that.
I can try rerolling to see if I
In
can.
case you know.
A 17!
Hey, there we go. Had so many 17s tonight. When I was 17, it was a very good year. So yes, as you do this, you're able to draw the stone man.
Cool.
In the meantime, Minnie and Shelly, what do you two say or do?
Are we like done with the influence?
The influence is over.
Okay, so we can never tell anybody about what happened because nothing happened, right? I mean, we're just girls. We're just girls.
Well, I mean, something really significant just happened between the two of us, and like,
Okay, yeah, but I told you when it's with girls or in the butt, it doesn't count.
You can't even.
Shelly, roll a Zane, roll a d13.
8.
8. In this case, it was actually both. But yeah, continue.
Well, I mean, okay, but like, I think maybe I have to talk about this like again later because that was like a lot.
Okay, yeah, like we obviously like it was really scary and really sexual, but and you know, like I guess because of this we'll be friends forever. So,
Really?
yeah.
Pinky's-
Wait, did you wash your hand?
No, you saw. I didn't go anywhere. Just pinky swear me.
Oh my god. Okay, fine.
Now kiss it. You have to kiss it. Okay. And then Shelly says, just kind of mutters to herself, "My diary is going to freak."
Oh my god, you better not write any of this down.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did, and I heard it. And can't you just keep this like in your brain? Like, I know you're really smart and whatever. You can just like keep it up here.
Fine.
Oh my god. Let's go find the others. And Minnie will stomp off.
There's something that's funny to me about Minnie being like, we can't tell anyone about this, and it was like just like there's a room full of people who are all watching each other. Well, that is where we're going to, unless anyone has one last weird cummy to describe. That is
weird stuff for me.
I got nothing left in me.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's real empty.
Johnny's dehydrated.
Wow.
Well, that was a session. I apologize
It certainly was a session.
to everyone
I was
for this. There's something so interesting to me, Dan, about you playing a character who wants to just get as far away from this as possible. That is interesting that you, Dan, are playing the character who is like, better not be around for this! Well, goodness. So I apologize. That was some extreme content. The fact that I rolled a 4, you saw that I rolled a 4. That is wild.
I like that you did that publicly too.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I had a feeling I was gonna roll a 4. I don't know what psychic dice connection I had.
It was you were just horny.
I was like, it's gonna be a 4. And I apologize for subjecting you to a song I didn't practice or have the guitar in tune. But
It was beautiful.
that was the song he was gonna play. And,
Great.
Perfect.
and
So
heard
good.
the Wendy Raven of that. So the point being, oh, that one was a lot. Well, thank you all for watching. We will have some other games on the channel on Sunday. We are back with Here Be Dragons, a significantly less horny game. It's not a 0 horny game, but significantly less than this one, although they are dragons, so when it gets horny, it's lots of talons and wings. On Monday, we have the Dreamlands. This next Dreamlands is going to be interesting because we're missing some unexpected players. So there's going to be an interesting lineup as we do either Forget or Me Not. So join us for that. I think right now Forget is winning, has a decent lead, but not insurmountable. We do not have a Top Flight Tales on Wednesday. And then a week from tonight, we are back with we're back for the awkward walks of shame that this group will all do together.
I'm never ashamed. I'm sometimes regretful, but...
I'm confused.
Yeah, Shelly is fucking confused. Because Shelly had a better time than Minnie.
Yeah.
Minnie was trying to like treat it like a tennis match, and it didn't get her where she needed to go.
Yeah, and she'll never admit, but it was her fault. She couldn't get the rhythm.
Yeah, she couldn't get it. She had like a little one.
Yeah.
But Shelly had a great Shelly.
But she's also never had like full blown, so
sure.
she was.
Oh no! Oh my God, Minnie never.
Yeah.
That the couch arm. She is. Plenty of people can get all the way there and more on the couch arm. Minnie, not so much.
Man, you and JD fans.
Yeah, really, exactly.
Oh, JD went I was like, that's some full cushion action, right?
He's not on the arm. He needs the arm is for. Anyway, the point is
the arm and the seat. You know what I mean?
Yes, Sophia, it is my move to apologize for something and then to go deeper. But anyway, so join us for all these games on, go to our Discord to interact with us, our YouTube to watch old episodes, go to the wiki if you want to read about this kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's that or a, what's a Wattpad? What's a
Wattpad? Nobody has written any Wattpad
fanfic.
No
you chat.
Board character AO3 stories.
Oh my
God. AO3, that's the one I was looking for. Thank you. Yeah.
AO3 fanfic.
Fanfic of just like, oh my god. I also love Lauren that you have. I think Lauren has had a lot of relationships, but I like how one is it's you and Liv is your lesbian love story, but the other one is you and your husband is your lesbian love story. That I appreciate that. There we go. Well, thank you all for watching. This was a good time. Thanks, chat. Do we have anyone to thank in chat other than or to apologize to in chat?
We have a lot of people to apologize to in chat. We are sorry, but we're going to continue to bring it up. But Galanorian Saber, 27 months with us.
Oh,
God damn.
God bless your heart. And why?
Yeah, why? But also, yes, thank you.
Without you, who would we be?
Horny.
Still horny.
Still horny, but also alone.
Yeah. No matter what, we're all horny. Oh boy.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Also,
Sophia, for starting our new quotes page.
Oh yeah. Oh God. Oh.
And I said tonight's a great night to start the quotes page.
Yeah.
I'll eventually be arrested, but it'll be fine. Should please follow all these wonderful people on social. Anybody want to plug anything in particular?
I mean, I think there was enough plugging tonight, so no.
I was waiting for someone to get there. So yeah, just follow all their stuff. Go to our about page.
Well, Philip, everyone else got there first, and I'm a gentleman.
Exactly. No, yeah, you're actually Rawlings was just a watcher tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, you were just a voyeur.
He was in the cut chair.
This was great. We will see you all next time. Apologies for any cleaning bills that tonight's episode will cause. And until next time, have a dreadful night.
Oh God.
Bags are packed, you're at the door, a taxi's on its way. There's nothing left to say, I'll give you back the ring. Don't look at me like that, you had to know it ends like this. Couldn't you feel it in my kiss? happily